No, I know.
We drove through a narrow path in the bush. When it became too narrow for vehicles, we got a motorcycle with the rider promising to take us to the site of the explosion. I am somewhere in a forest in Abaezi community of Ohaji-Egbema local government area of Imo State, where tragedy struck on Friday, the 22nd of April. Black Friday, they call it. Now, this is a typical example of a loading bay where people come to buy products, that is petroleum products. They call it black market within the Nigerian speech community. Now, look at this. This vehicle is burnt, and there are other ones also burnt in this particular location. Now, we understand also that those who actually died were not just those doing this business. They call it business in this place. Few persons are willing to give information, but we got that information quite right. They come here to do business, and those who are also here to buy the products were also consumed by the fire. Looking over there, the cameras can't go that far because of the charred remains of youth who had come here not knowing that they would meet their Waterloo. Now, this is the interesting aspect. Conflicting figures of those who must have died here on Friday. Some said 100, 102, 235 as at yesterday. But what we're hearing today is mind-blowing.
Sometimes little children or people that don't have work come here to tie cellophane, to work for people, while there are other people called buyers. They normally stay here to buy products, then go to their normal location and refine them to kerosene and diesel. So what brought about the fire? We heard that it was a local fire that came out from where they were refining the products. So the fire caught up with the gas here. So everybody that was in here got surrounded by the fire, and no single soul escaped, unless the ones that were sitting aside. But the ones that stayed here, almost 400 to 500 people here, they got burnt, and none of them escaped.
This is an abandoned motorcycle 2 days after the incident. The owner may have been a casualty of the fire that engulfed this little part of the forest.
When we are talking about 200 or 100, it should be underestimation. We're calculating of 500 to 600, because in there in the villages, a lot of souls, like a lot of gaskets, were buried. Even some are under conditions which we can't precise that they will be alive till tomorrow or so. From my community, we should be counting of 100 or 200 that were buried. What about the other communities? What about the neighboring communities? What about those who have not been able to actualize their location?
My community, we are looking for about 100, and I don't know about other communities. But so many souls, if you look at this place now, you can see that so many people have been burned ashes. You cannot recognize any of them. So the number we can see, you can just manage anyhow. We can't predict any number any longer. You can say 500 or 600.
Many bodies have been evacuated, yet more lying on the ground, burnt beyond recognition, while the whereabouts of many are unknown. The smoke dies out, leaving vestiges of pain, sorrow and tears in the eyes of the affected Ohaji-Egbema communities of Imo State. Ovieteme George, Arise News.